Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for watching Four Low Rocks. You know, it wasn't too long ago that I posted a very long video about how to install my new Warn VR10S winch on the front of this Jeep. And what we haven't done yet is to pre-tension the synthetic rope on it. So in Warn vernacular, the VR10S, the S meaning synthetic rope, I did choose the model with the synthetic rope. And I'll post a link up here for you to watch the video for the installation. But one of the things you need to do with the synthetic rope is to make sure that it's pre-tensioned before you use it for the first time. One of the reasons for doing that is, well, probably the main reason for doing that is to help prevent breakage of that kind of pricey line that you got up on the front of the Jeep there. The reason that you need to pre-tension the line is that if you don't, and the first time you go to use it, what could happen is as you take the line under tension, it could wind up slipping between the winds of the untensioned rope, getting trapped down in there below the surface level of the rope. It'll start to heat up, it'll flatten out, and it'll eventually part. So the idea is to tension the rope enough with enough tension from the vehicle to make sure that when you pull upon it, that the tensioned part of the line is not going to slip between the other windings, so that it'll be safe. It'll pull the load that you're trying to pull, along with at its rated maximum, of course. And then it'll do the job that you want it to do. So let's head out, put this rope under tension, and get it prepared for our first use on the track. I found a nice spot that seems suitable for putting some tension on the synthetic rope. The road has a very wide shoulder area and 2 of the 3 lanes are blocked since the road ends just beyond where the Jeep is located. The road here is on a pretty good incline and that will help the Jeep keep steady tension on the synthetic rope as we wind it onto the winch drum. So now that we found a nice location where we've got the Jeep situated on the hill, we've got our recovery strap and our tree protector all set up, we're going to go ahead and connect up the synthetic rope to the tree protector and prepare to pull the Jeep up the hill using its own weight to help tension the line. First thing we'll do is disconnect the clutch, give the line a bit of a pull, release it from the recovery point, and let's start to take it out. And by the way, I always advocate when working with a winch, a line, a cable, however you have your setup, that you wear gloves to prevent yourself from picking up some splinters that you really might not want to have. Now we'll connect the line with the tree protector strap. As such, make sure it's ready to pull good and tight. So I've got the winch all hooked up. I've got the line paid all the way out. I've got the start-stop button all ready to go. And you notice I've started the engine, and that's because you always want your engine running when you're using your winch to make sure it's producing electricity and you're not completely draining your battery by running the winch off the battery alone. So the first step is really to ensure that you take several turns, probably 6 to 7 turns on the winch, using just the pressure that you can give it from your body. You don't want to let the line slip through your hands as you're doing it. You want to hold the line taut, let it pull you towards the Jeep, back off a little bit more, and do it again. So let's make that happen. Now we've got it in, we're going to go ahead and take up the rest of the slack and put just a little bit of tension on the line before we start pulling the Jeep up the hill with it. I'm in the Jeep. I'm going to go ahead and relax the handbrake. I'm going to put the Jeep in neutral, keeping my foot on the brake. And then I'm going to use the controller to start moving the Jeep up the hill towards the tree. It's very important to stop once in a while, put the Jeep back in park, put the emergency brake back on, and get out and take a look at how the windings are going. So satisfied that we're winding rather well, I'm going to go ahead and put the Jeep back in drive, take the emergency brake off, and let's wind it in a bit more. Now that we've pulled the Jeep almost the whole distance on its own, we're going to finish up putting just some human tension on the line as we finish up the last few rounds on the rope. We'll go ahead and snug it back up on the recovery point. And there we have it. The line's been pre-tensioned and we're ready for our first use. So that wraps up the procedure for pre-tensioning the synthetic rope onto the winch drum. I'd like to emphasize again the need to use gloves when handling your winch line, whether it is rope or steel cable. These lines tend to wear down over time and they will start to fray, and the tiny breaks can cause splinters to dig into your skin, causing pain, some distractions on the trail, and even potential infections. I'd also like to mention that you didn't see me drape a heavy jacket or a winch blanket over the line as I did this procedure today, but out on the trail in a real recovery situation, I would make sure that I did use something to drape over the middle of the line just in case it parts. Doing that ensures that it will fall to the ground and minimize any snapback, just in case that happens. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit like and subscribe below for more awesome videos from 4Low Rocks. Be safe and happy wheeling.